Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and good afternoon. Previous video we have created a form for lecturers to enter the course grade for each course and into each students. Okay, so naturally what we want to do at the end of the semester is to generate the grades of the students. So there are two parts for this. Okay, one, we will create a report, and that report will summarize all the programs in the faculty or university, and then summarize the semesters. And for each semester you can see the students for each student, and for each student we will see the courses that they take and their final grades. Okay, so to do that, the first part that we need to do is to create a query. We need to ask the database certain information that we can use to create our report. So first thing we want to do is we want to create a query. So click on create, and queries, we have this here. Okay, so let's use a query wizard. Okay, let's try with queries wizard. So a simple query, across that query find duplicates query or find an unmatched query. We're going to use the simple query wizard. Click on OK. Okay, so the things that we want to show, first of all we want to show the programs. Okay, so probably we will take program code and program name. Okay, and then we probably want to look at semester. If we want to look based on semester, so we use semester and session, or we put in semester code in case. Okay, and then let's have the student ID and name, and then the student courses, their course code, and then their grade. But we want to also know the name of the course, so we need the course name, and then we want to also know the grade lookup. Okay, because we want to know the value of the grade, because later on we want to calculate the CGPA. We want to create the grade point. We want to calculate the grade point average. Okay, so we need the grade point. So let's check. Okay, we are looking at programs, and then we're looking at the semester and the session. Okay, and then we're looking at the student, and then for each student we're looking at the course with the course name, and then we want to know the grade, and we want to know the grade point. Click on next. Okay, detail shows every field of every record. Okay, I think that's completely fine. Click on next. Okay, we name this as the results query. Okay, let's finish. Okay, so we have program code. So for BAC, okay, we have Arif. So he's taking this course, and in this semester he's taking this course. Arif is taking this course, and this is the grade, and that is the grade point. Okay, so we have Anas, and then we have Asma. Okay, after we've done the query, we would like to create the report that utilizes the query and presents the results of the students in a presentable manner. Okay, but before we do that, there's one more field that I forgot insert inside the results query that is needed for the report. What we need is the course credit hours, because in order for us to calculate the grade point average, we need to have the credit hours for each course. Alright, now we go back to the results query design view. So click on right click on results query and click on design view. Okay, so we have all these things. Okay, so we have all the entities or the tables listed or shown in the upper side of the query, and then here in the lower part, the fields that we want to use, we want to show inside the query as the result of the query is shown here. So we have program code, program name, semester, session, and all these things. Okay, so if we go towards the end, we have grade point. We want to enter one more field inside the query results. Okay, we want the credit hours. So on top here we have the courses table. So what we can do is we just drag the credit hours and put it somewhere beside the course code. Okay, maybe you put it here. Okay, that's all we need in order for us to create the report. Okay, let's save query. Okay, close it. Right, let's create the report. Okay, close the query, and to create the report, we click on create, the create tab, and the right side we have the reports group and we have the report wizard. Okay, we can use any of these to create report, but using the create a report wizard is quicker and probably easier. Us through a series of questions, and Access will create the report for us with the formatting for us. Okay, so let's click on report wizard, and it asks us which fields we want to include in our report. So we have done the query, so let's use fields that we obtain from the query. Okay, so which tables of query are we going to use? We're going to use this one, the results query. Okay, and then we will use the fields. Let's take one by one. We need program code, we need program name, and maybe semester code, and then the semester and session, and then student ID and student name. Then we want the course code, and then the course name, and then we need the credit hour for the course, and then we need the grade for each student, for each course, for each semester, and then the grade point. Okay, let's click on next. And now, how do you want to view data? By programs. Okay, so by programs. Okay, we can also see by semester and by programs. We can also see by students, but in this particular case we're going to use by programs. Okay, so click on next. And you want to add any grouping levels? Let's try to add a grouping level for semester code. Okay, so that we can calculate the GPA, grade point average for each semester, each student per semester. Okay, let's click on next. Here it asks us for sorting. So inside we will sort by course code. Let's sort by course and click on next. How would you like to lay out your report? We have a couple of layouts that we can choose. We have the stepped, we have the block, we have the outline. Let's use the outline. Click on next, and the title for the report will be results summary, and click on finish. Okay, so this is the report created by Microsoft Access. Okay, so it's sourced by program, and under each program there's a student, and under each student we have the based on semester, and we have the students, the courses, and the subjects, the course's name, credit hours, the grade, and the grade point. Okay, so let's edit. Okay, So here we're now at the design view of the report. So we can change a couple of things. Okay, I'm going to focus in terms of the content, not really on the formatting, not so much on the formatting. So first of all, we have the program code. Okay, we have the program name. I'm just gonna leave those ones as is. Okay, but I'm more concerned towards the middle part. Okay, the actual details. Okay, we have the semester code and semester code here. Okay, so instead of putting semester code, probably I'll remove this one. Okay, let's remove this and just make it as the semester code. So let's bring the semester here. Okay, and then let's remove these because we already have the semester code up here. So let's remove the code and the semester session, semester and session. Okay, course code is it's narrow, so let's make it narrower, but course name is long, so let's lengthen it. Okay, and then we have the credit hours. Okay, so we do this and then we have the grade and we have the grade point. Okay, so we can move it slightly. Now we have things slightly rearranged, but we want to also calculate the grade point average. Okay, so to do some calculation, especially here, because we in the details part we have the grades, the credit hours, we have the grade point. So we will need to multiply grade. We will need to multiply the credit hours with the grade point, and then aggregate all the resulting figures across all the courses for each student per semester. So to do that, let's click on here. On top here we have the totals. Okay, click on totals. Just use any of them at the moment. We will modify them later. Click on sum. So now it creates the additional footers, all right, to do the calculation. All right, so let's firstly let's make some changes here. So this one is per semester, right? This is calculating the details per semester. So okay, let's look at the formula. Click on the property sheet and the controls. Click on the three buttons, and here it opens up an expression builder. This is where we will enter the calculations. Okay, so what is the formula for getting the grade point average of a student per semester? Okay, so we need, of course, we need to make a sum. We need to make a sum of all the point per subject multiplied by its credit hours. We need to modify it slightly. Is the sum of grade point multiplied by the credit hours. So we double click on credit hours. Okay, so grade multiplied by credit hours, we will get the grade value of you will sum those the subjects or the courses per semester, and then but we will divide by the sum. So we type in the sum of all the credit hours, right? Sum of credit hours. So if I get sum of the credit hours, then click OK. Okay, for this one we will remove the rest. We don't need the rest. Okay, we don't need this one as well. So let's bring all of them back, remove all the spaces. Okay, and let's save this and see the output. Okay, so for Arif, so we have for the first semester in session 2023-24, these are the courses that I took. He took Accounting Information System and Principles of Accounting. So the credit hours for those courses are 3 and 3. The grade that he received was A minus and plus. So the grade point for each subject is 3.67 and 3.33. Therefore, the average that he obtains is 3.5. Okay. So let's see for the next program. So next program is Bachelor of Business Administration. The first student is Asma, and these are the courses that she took. A minus for Principles of Accounting and B minus for Computer Applications. So she received 0.67 Principles of Accounting, 2.67 for Computer Applications, and then her CGPA is 3.1. So similarly, Anas received 2.17. Okay, we can add some more. This we forgot to put just a label there to say this is a CGPA. Okay, so we can easily go back to the design view and put a label. Click on label and put it there. Type in grade point average or GPA. So move it slightly, okay, and save, and click on view, and now we see grade point average is 3.50. Alright, so this is how we create reports when we have done the query.